They don't advertise this place. There's no sign on the highway, no guided tours, no souvenir shop. Yet behind heavy doors and layers of security, one of the most powerful machines on Earth is quietly being built. Inside this factory, America's main battle tanks are born, not for display, not for comfort, but for survival and domination on the battlefield. A tank is not just a vehicle, it is a moving fortress. Unlike cars or trucks, it must survive direct hits, operate in deserts, snow, mud, and cities, and keep fighting even when everything around it is breaking apart. Every decision made here matters. Every mistake could cost lives. That's why this factory doesn't feel like a normal production line. It feels like a controlled military operation. Everything begins with steel, but not ordinary steel. Armor-grade steel arrives in massive slabs, specially engineered to absorb explosive shock, resist armor-piercing rounds, and prevent deadly metal fragments from ricocheting inside the crew compartment. High-precision CNC plasma cutters slice through plates that are inches thick, shaping them into the bones of the tank. But cutting is only the beginning. Each piece is scanned, X-rayed, and stress-tested. If microscopic cracks are found, the steel is rejected immediately. On the battlefield, steel doesn't get a second chance. Once approved, these armored plates are moved into position by overhead cranes. Here, the hull begins to take shape. Master welders work slowly and deliberately, laying seams that must survive explosions, extreme heat, and violent impacts. These welds are not judged by how they look, but by how they hold under unimaginable stress. Every seam is inspected by machines. If one weld fails, the section is torn apart and redone. This stage alone can take weeks, but this shell will eventually protect human lives in combat zones. Then comes the heart of the machine, the engine. This is not about fuel efficiency or quiet operation. This engine is built for raw power. It must move more than 60 tons of armored steel across sand, rubble, mud, and broken terrain while still accelerating fast enough to escape danger. In a separate, controlled environment, technicians assemble pistons, turbines, cooling systems, and reinforced components designed to endure constant punishment. When the engine is finally lowered into the hull with millimeter precision and fired up for the first time, the ground trembles. This is not a sound made for comfort, it's a warning. Power alone isn't enough. A tank must move intelligently. The transmission and suspension systems are installed next, allowing the vehicle to pivot, climb obstacles, and reverse at speed. Heavy torsion bars, reinforced shock absorbers, and road wheels designed to survive landmines are mounted one by one. Each component is tested under extreme load before it's allowed on the tank, because on the battlefield, losing mobility can be a death sentence. Then the most iconic piece arrives, the turret. This rotating armored structure is where the tank's firepower lives. It houses the main cannon, fire control computers, and targeting systems. The cannon barrel alone weighs thousands of pounds and must be machined with extreme precision. Even the slightest imperfection could affect accuracy miles away. When the turret is finally lowered onto the hull, it feels almost ceremonial. Two massive structures become a single machine, capable of delivering devastating force. But modern tanks don't rely on brute strength alone. Inside, technicians install advanced electronics that allow the crew to see what the human eye cannot. Thermal imaging, laser rangefinders, and digital battlefield networks transform the tank into a sensor platform on tracks. It can detect enemies through smoke, darkness, and dust, sharing targeting data instantly with other units. Miles of wiring snake through the interior, shielded and redundant. If one system fails, another takes over.
Driver, slow advance. Gunner, thermal scan sector Charlie. We have movement at grid reference 459.
Target bearing 290, Sabo, tank.
Identified.
Inside the tank, space is tight and unforgiving. Every inch is planned. Crew stations are installed with shock-absorbing seats, glove-friendly controls, and displays readable in complete darkness. From the outside, the tank looks brutal and impenetrable. Inside, it's carefully designed around the humans who must survive and fight within it.
Echo 6, hold position. Wait for aerial confirmation.
Before the tank is cleared for service, it faces its final enemy, testing. It is driven over obstacles, up steep slopes and through water crossings. The engine is pushed to its limits, the cannon is fired, electronics are stressed until failure points are exposed. Nothing here is symbolic. If something breaks, the tank goes back for correction. There are no shortcuts, no exceptions. Only after passing every test does the tank receive its final coating. This is not just paint, it reduces infrared visibility, protects against corrosion, and helps hide the vehicle from modern sensors. Camouflage is no longer just about color, it's about surviving in an age of advanced detection. What began as raw steel now stands as a combat-ready machine. Thousands of hours of labor, hundreds of specialists, one singular purpose. Most people will never see this factory or understand what it takes to build a main battle tank, but now you know. From silence and steel, a giant is forged, designed not for show, but for war.